More than 120 years after the radio was invented, the spoken word has found a new home, the podcast. They haven't replaced the radio, but these downloadable shows are reinventing the way people get news, views, and entertainment. And one podcast in particular has kids tuning in.
We'll use the greenhouse, the weather tower.
But you're in the weather tower, Julia.
Inside this recording studio, an adventure is unfolding, far beyond these walls.
There's a volcano erupting out there.
It's The Unexplained Disappearance of Mars Patel, a serialized podcast for and about middle schoolers.
Suddenly their friends start going missing. Mars is very crazy about this. He's just trying to find them.
12-year-old Jaya Chetram plays Mars Patel.
So I'm usually not the troublemaker, but I like that I finally get to play someone who is a troublemaker. You can close your eyes, picture yourself in a different place, and that's where your creativity comes in.
The podcast is a homegrown enterprise. Creators Ben Strauss, Chris Terry, David Kreisman, and Jenny Turner Hall are parents from suburban Maplewood, New Jersey.
When we first started the show, we just started meeting at each other's houses. We met in my basement. We met in Ben's kitchen.
Turner Hall says tweens are an untapped demographic in the podcast world.
What is it that you hope a young kid listening to your podcasts considers that maybe they hadn't before?
I want kids to daydream, and they should feel empowered to go create their own characters and their own stories and even make a podcast if that's what they want to do.
Co-creator Dave Kreisman, who wrote for TV soaps, admits this new form took some getting used to.
So I definitely spent some more time listening to my 11-year-olds as they talk to each other and to their friends, so we make sure we weren't using slang from 25 years ago.
But the podcast, part sci-fi, part adventure, is a throwback to the radio shows from the 1940s.
The shadow knows.
It's nice to really be reviving an old format, families gathering around. I mean, they're not gathering around necessarily an old radio set, but they might be listening around a laptop together.
Are you all right? I'm fine, Mama G.
Emily and Jeremy Donahue like to listen together.
At the end of every week, we were always desperate to know what would happen next.
The ash cloud is blocking our satellite signals.
Actress Riley McDonald is new to the second season.
You can hear the footsteps, you can hear the doors closing, and it really surrounds you and where you are. You're just like, yeah, I'm in the...
Not so fast, Riley, says actress Courtney Chu.
It's such a cliffhanger, you're gonna have to listen to it, because no one will see it coming, no one.
Can't wait to hear what happens next.